Just sitting outside after my walk, sucking on this little piece here with my cherry cola. Since it's now rot, I put a lock on the liquor cabinet, and it's just such a beautiful fall afternoon. The leaves are turning, and the breeze is blowing gently, and some of them is just slowly falling from the tree. Enjoying the peace and quiet. See, the sun is here behind the post, and usually it's over there above that tall pine tree right there. That's where it sets in the height of summer. And in wintertime it moves. It'll be over there by December 31st, the solstice. So enjoying some peace and quiet this Saturday afternoon, because tomorrow afternoon it's gonna be rollicking, and I'm gonna have to be really disciplined not to break that freaking liquor cabinet. I want to finish this piece before winter, so I can cleanse my body from nicotine all winter. So I wondered if this is Satvic. I had no fish or meat or anything but vegetables and salad. My belly going down a bit. Let me haul it in. Nice and cool. Yeah, meditation weather. Actually, Dr. Andrew Weil wrote a book, 8 Weeks to Optimum Health. It was one of the first book I read on health and diet and, meditation. And then I read some Deepak Chopra's. Those were the Anthony Robbins. Those were the guys who first brought all these things out. It's threatening to go out, so it's interrupting my speech. Yeah, Andrew Weil spoke about the body being a perfect machine in all ways. And he says, just cut your hand and watch it bleed, and then it'll stop bleeding, and then the blood will gel up, and it'll form a scab, and it'll heal itself. Our body takes care of itself. And it would function perfectly if we give it the right food and the right air and the right peace. And when I'm out here or I go for my walk, it's peaceful. And I contemplate. And I was having this Chris Christopherson song in my head, me and Bobby McGee. And, you know, they said he was one of the great songwriters of our time. And Janis Joplin did me and Bobby McGee too. Love that version. I think it's done. That's it. And one of the line in the song is, freedom's just another word when you got nothing left to lose. And you think about that, you know, when you have stuff, money included, you don't have freedom because you're always, you know. So when you have nothing and you sit underneath a mango tree, just peaceful, freedom, happiness. So when you go to America and you want freedom, it's not about getting a lot of money. It's about having nothing to lose. When you have nothing to lose, you're free from all the trappings. And that, my friends, are the philosophies of Hinduism, the philosophies of the natives all over the world, the Eskimos up north, because they don't have anything. They don't want anything. They just live with minimal sustenance, let's put it that way. And you don't transform the land or Mother Nature into something else. You live with her, you merge with her. Ooh, feeling a little lightheaded. Yeah, these things, they do, you gotta be careful. They do go up here. Oh yeah. Don't need a glass of whiskey. It's my cherry Coke. Have that licorice tartness to it. And then the finish is like a sweet cherry. Yeah, so Andrew, we was teaching people how to breathe, because we don't breathe. I mean, we take it for granted, but every so often, you know, if you sit up and free up the lungs and take a deep breath. And he said, when you breathe out, it's a white guy, eh? Put your tongue behind your teeth at the back, and you slowly breathe out and down as low as possible. And he said to say the word Om, you know. It's the word. It's the first word in creation. And all of us know it deep down inside. And, you know, if you watch a movie in space and you see that spaceship going, what sound do they play? Oh, you know, there are no sound out in space, but they use that word. So when I used to go to temples, we used to, before we start, do breathing exercise. And most people, that's the only time they would probably breathe properly. When I went back to acting class, the teacher taught us how to breathe, and he says, when you breathe out, force all the airs out, because there are pockets all over our body that have air. And he said some of those air that's trapped in there is so old, they're decades, because we never pushed it all out. And fill your body with oxygen, you know, because the blood, our body needs that oxygen to generate, to regenerate, and to generate energy. So every so often, you know, if I'm sitting watching a movie or whatever, I remember, and you take a few deep breaths, you know, like 2, 3 every day. It's good for you. And it's free. You don't have to go to the gym and pay a membership for it. See, all these things, they don't teach us. They teach us, go to school, get an education, get a great job, make a lot of money. Of course, the government wants you to do that. Because what? They get half of it in taxes. The more you make, the more they get. So go work your ass off, you know. The more you work, the more you make, the richer they get. The more knot up you get like a ball of twine, and, you know, miserable. And then you get, you know, what you do constantly, you become addicted to it. So you become addicted to thinking about money all the time, about making money, about figuring out a way how to make more money, how to make more money, how to make more money, you know. And we don't think that all we need is to pay our bills and relax, put your feet up. But we can't do that, because the entire world now is trapped in this system that we can't live without that. Kudos to the people who are not touched by this uncivilized way of living. I don't call it civilization. They are the ones who are truly happy, who are truly living. And every day there are fewer and fewer of them. We had all these missionaries go out and totally effed up the world. So everybody now, you're working, and then you're all tied up, and who's gonna untangle that ball of twine? God. So then you get more tangled up, and you're hoping for a miracle. You're hoping something or someone's gonna come to save you, when you forget that you are the perfect machine. You have everything within you and outside of you to save yourself. And we all have this big brain up here, you know, and each one of us, that's the manual for our body and for our world, for life, you know. And they don't teach us to tap into that. The answer is there. And I always thought about this since my first job. What I was 20. My boss, as an engineer, told me that, Ballo, we in the front office here are the people with the answers. The guys out back making the products on the machines, they have questions and problems. And when they come into us, we have to come up with the answers. And he goes, there isn't a problem that do not have an answer, that maybe you might not be able to figure it out right away. But tell them, go get a coffee. I'm going to figure it out, and I'll come out and give you the solution. And he goes, when they leave, come and get me, come and get Lou. The boss name was Schechter, the last name. Can't remember the first name. And my manager was Dave. These guys they were old back then. They're probably all dead now, but that stuck with me. And since then, I always thought that there is nothing that's impossible. It's impossible until somebody makes it possible. And all these bullshit these people are telling us, I remind myself that it's bullshit, because when you think about it, these guys can send a spaceship to Mars, land it on an exact spot, drive out a rover, and control it from here, from Earth, with satellites and with whatever technology we have, and drive it around. And here, my frickin' cell phone is dropping a call. My internet is not working properly, you know? It's what they tell us, but right in front of our eyes, we can see that, you know, things should be better for us. But because we're in a world ruled by money, they cannot unleash that technology on us. They got to give us little piece, little piece, little piece, and then take all of our money, like this bloody phone. What, $1,500, $2,000 for a goddamn phone? And that's why these companies now have trillions of dollars in cash or what they're worth. Because they take, in today's world, they take away everything that we have, so that we'll have to go out and make more and make more and make more to catch up. So all those politicians and religious leaders, again, the thing is, to move the masses, you have to find something that they're pissed off about, right? So, for example, religion, you know, you're going to go to hell. I have to create heaven and hell. You are a sinner. You were born a sinner, you know, and we have to drill that into you, that you are a sinner. And I have the answer to strip away that sin and release you into heaven. And we buy that shit. What is sin? If it exists, whatever exists, if you believe in God, He creates everything. He is in everything. The good, bad, and the ugly. You know, if God didn't want us to drink booze and smoke drugs, then He wouldn't have given us the ability to make it. You know, we have Brahm within us. We have the Creator living within us. That's why we're able to create things. We have the Preserver. We have Vishnu within us. You know, we're able to take care and preserve things. And then we have Shiva within us. We have destruction within us. Things, nothing, and that's for us to learn that nothing lasts forever. Everything eventually dies. And then it recreates, and that's the circle of life. Like I talk about the Trinity, the tree, number 3. There are so many things, that's why 3 is so important in Hindu philosophy, because those are the things that we're supposed to focus on, and the 5 elements, that exist. And we have 5 senses. Is that a coincidence? So we human beings are a reflection of our environment. Whatever is on this earth, we are from this earth. Whatever percentage, iron, nickel, chromium, zinc, copper, water, we have that same percentage in our body. And in Ayurvedic medicine, what they do is they figure out when we're sick, we're deficient of one of those elements. And then they figure out where to get it from the earth, and they replenish it. Now, pharmaceutical, they go into the jungle and all over the world, and they get all these healing herbs that are natural and organic, and they recreate them synthetically in a lab, and they sell it to us. And we take it, it mimics the organic material, we feel a little bit better. But then because it's not organic to our body, it creates havoc, and we get all these side effects, and they make a killing. So today, nobody tries to remedy a problem or get rid of a problem, like, heart problems, cancer, stroke, cholesterol, diabetes, and all that. They just sell us stuff, put us on these medication that we have to live. Some of my older clients, I go to their house and they will have food, and half the plate is all these pills that they're popping. And the health care from the other side, the supplement people are going nuts. They say you need turmeric, you need this, you need that. And we stop eating food that our body needs, the real food for us to be healthy, and we supplement. They are preparing us for pharmaceutical chemicals. So we're used to popping pills in the morning. So naturally, as we get older, when we get onto all these pharmaceuticals, it's fine. And the government, these big companies and pharmaceuticals got them in their pockets. So they're not telling you not to take these things. Like shit, they're approving stuff that, I watch some ads on TV, and you take this medication and you might die from it. They tell you that. You might get a heart attack, like all this serious stuff. And I can't believe that they turned us into real stupid people. We've become a bunch of idiots and stupid. Like we can't think for ourselves anymore. We need to go online for somebody to tell us something. We need to listen to somebody and then believe what they say. We gotta stop believing. We have to believe in ourselves. Believe that we have all this within us. You know what? How many minutes now? Oh, God. I better shut up.